Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/Entitled Parents. In today's episode, parents try to cancel Beetlejuice cause it's inappropriate for their kids. Entitled mother insists a cashier is racist for saying hi to my dad. My mother's toxic behavior is unbearable after my father's death. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Parents try to cancel Beetlejuice cause it's inappropriate for their kids. Spoilers for the musical. A few months ago, I went to see the tour version of Beetlejuice It, being my very first musical to ever go to. I went early to get in line for the souvenirs, getting a plush and tote bag before sitting in my seat next to a family of 4 as the show started. Not even past Act 1 is right when they start complaining about it. As soon as the song "The Whole Being Dead Thing" starts and when BJ snorts coke during the song, the mom quickly covers her son's eyes as the dad speaks out. I thought this was for kids? Guy probably never saw the movie it was based on or thought it'd be like the cartoon. Other times they complied was when BJ made several sexual jokes and advances on Adam and Barb, Charles and Delia making out, and a bit of gore, but it wasn't till near the end of Act 1 that they were shocked and disgusted, that being when Lydia contemplates ending her life. During the intermission, they went to a staff member and yelled out, "What kind of kids play talks about suicide, and we want a refund and compensation for our scarred children?" The kids were fine and laughed at the humor. Staff says they can't since they watched it. Long story short, they stayed and complained more from how sexualized Ms. Argentina was, and the references to her accident, that creepy old guy song, Lydia and BJ getting married and Lydia impaling live BJ. After the play, I ended up talking to them. So what did you think of it? Edie, that was the worst thing I've ever taken my child to. Who would like that filth? This should be banned from ever playing. It's nothing but dirty humor. Me, well, you should like it since you both got tote bags, plushies, and a shirt from the stand. After I say that, they quickly throw most of Thea's stuff in a trash can. Minus the plushes, cause Thea kids held onto them and left as I watched them throw hundreds of dollars worth of gifts in the trash. Spend hundreds of dollars on tickets, buy cheap food, and toss away expensive souvenirs, all because you don't like your kids watching some dark humor. That was better than the show itself. I'd be like, oh, look, free super expensive stuff. Yup, I would dig that stuff out of the trash and wash them when I got home. Cancelled for dirty humor. What a bunch of absolute morons. It's Beetlejuice, of course it's inappropriate for kids. That was a movie my parents did not let me watch until I was a teenager. I guess they had only seen the cartoon, which made the characters kid-friendly, and not the movie. What do you want to bet that the parents are the same with R-rated movies, complains it's horrible for their kids, and yet they're the ones that let them see, insert R-rated movie here, or takes them to a haunted house and complains it's scaring their kids? Entitled mother insists a cashier is racist for saying hi to my dad. This happened about 2 years ago, so during the height of the pandemic. My dad and I were at Target, getting groceries for the next week. The lady in front of us was a Latino woman who looked to be in about her mid-20s. Her son was standing beside her, and he looked to be around 11 to 12 years old. As my dad and I got in line, the cashier waved at us and said hi. The lady in front of us got really mad and scowled at the cashier. Wow. You said hi to him but not to me? You are so racist. Cashier, what? You said hi to him while he was in line, but not to me. It's because I'm Latino, isn't it? Cashier, I'm sorry if I offended you, ma'am, I was just trying to be polite. Huffs and mutters under her breath something along the lines of racist. She pays and leaves with her kid. The kid looked like he was dying of secondhand embarrassment as they left. The cashier had started to tear up by this point. I feel bad for that kid. This reminds me of the time my mother worked at a mall food court. She was rushing to get samples of chicken out and couldn't cut up the pieces, gave a family of 4 that happened to be white these big chunks of chicken. Fine. Traffic slowed down and she was able to cut up the chicken. Cue this black mother with her 5 children. My mom gives them the regular sized samples and the woman blows TF up saying she watched her give the other family the bigger pieces, calling her Asian slurs and that she was racist. People are insane. So she responded to her believed racism with racism? I got called racist for carding someone at a sports bar. Looked to be in about her mid-20s. Her son was standing beside her, and he looked to be around 11 to 12 years old. A teen mom? My mother's toxic behavior is unbearable after my father's death. My dad died almost a month ago. He was nice but emotionally unavailable. I am grieving him. So is my mother. I've come to live with her for some time. My mother has started her silent treatment again. I got up late so I get silent treatment. God, it's fucking exhausting to live with her again. She does this all the time. She controlled what college I go to. Gives me the silent treatment when I'd go live with my boyfriend. No contact for months, then suddenly call and ask when I am coming home to visit. I am ducking exhausted. It's time to leave her to grieve alone. Tell her that you see you are getting on her nerves, and so you think it's more considerate to just leave. If you just withdraw happily each time she gives you the silent treatment, she might notice it doesn't work, and if she doesn't, getting away from the toxicity is good for you. I wouldn't even tell her TBH. I'd just leave. She will say that the OP is selfish because he wants to leave her alone, does not care about her feelings and stuff, so say all what you need to say and leave, don't look back, don't listen, support her but don't let her control you. The silent treatment is manipulative and designed so you'll beg for her to talk to you. The best way to combat it is to pretend not to notice. Go about your day like everything is fine. If she says anything, just give her "you weren't speaking to me? I hadn't noticed." Eventually she'll give it up when she doesn't get the desired response from you. Nah, screw mind games. That'd be exhausting. Just get out of there. Definitely time to move out again. Her silent treatment behavior is not healthy and verges on a form of controlling abuse. OP, unless your mother is disabled in some manner that she can't care for herself, please make your plans and move out. If she is disabled in some manner, check with the appropriate government agencies, elder care, care for disabled persons, etc., for any options that don't include you living with her. If your mother is sufficiently over her grief to fall back into her old habits that are damaging to your mental health, then IMO, she is well enough to deal with life on her own. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.